Good afternoon, Corporal Randall here. Today I would like to talk about 1984. No, not the year 1984. I was very young then. But rather the book 1984 by George Orwell. Just reread it recently, and what I can say is some of the parallels that I feel like I see just in everyday life are scary. Let's just talk about the Ministry of Truth. Well, in the book, the Ministry of Truth worked for the party and had one job. The job of the Ministry of Truth was to push forth all the lies, the propaganda. I feel like we're seeing a lot of that nowadays. I mean, just look at the news on any night and you hear terms that previously were unknown. Terms like, I don't know, mostly peaceful, or otherwise unarmed, or Black Lives Matter. Now, I'm going to break down what all of these terms mean. So that way, if someone says it, you know they're not being honest with you. And they're up to giving you no good information generally. So, if you hear mostly peaceful, that's telling you something bad happened. Something really bad happened. Like rioting or looting. Because if it were peaceful, you would say it's peaceful. Another term recently used, it was in the Los Angeles Times, if I'm not mistaken. It said the protest intensified. Now, me, when I hear protest, I know what a protest is. When I hear intensify, I know what that means. So when I put the two words together, I seen that the protests got more protesty. Not the case, not the case. Give me one moment to just say like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. If you want to hear more, if you have a disagreement or even agreement, feel free to comment. Now back to the protest intensifies. That means there's rioting and looting. So an intensified protest apparently is code words for rioting and looting. Okay, what else? Black Lives Matter. Hear that a lot. It is not true. See, you would hear Black Lives Matter and assume, hey, they're saying that the lives of black people matter. But what you then realize is, no, they don't care about the lives of black people. Only select black people, like only black people who were killed by law enforcement. All other black lives are inconsequential. Doesn't make sense, huh? That the majority of black people, just like the majority of white people, are generally killed by someone of their own race. There's a reason for that as well. People tend to hang out with other people of their race because that's the neighborhood they live in. So if you live in a, let's say, not culturally diversified neighborhood, then the majority of the people that you're going to interact with are probably going to look like you. So that means that in a non-culturally diverse neighborhood, white people are going to kill white people. In a non-culturally diverse neighborhood, black people are going to kill black people. So, since we have now established that Black Lives Matter does not mean Black Lives Matter unless the black life was taken by someone in law enforcement, we can accept that that's also a falsehood. Lastly, let's go with otherwise unarmed. That means there was a weapon there. The person had possessed, was in the process of possessing a weapon. Because if they weren't, you would say they were unarmed. So otherwise unarmed is another one of the ones where they're just literally trying to change the narrative just enough so they can obfuscate what you're supposed to be believing and what you're supposed to know. In the book, this would all be categorized as newspeak, or the new language used to control the narrative and the mind of the people that they're trying to manipulate. So, the other thing I've come up with is we've been dealing a lot with thought police. I have people on a regular basis who complain about things I say or my thoughts, and you shouldn't say that or you shouldn't think that. Why? Who are you to police my thought? Now, you can tell me why you disagree with my thought. I'm willing to hear it. I'm willing to change my mind if you have a convincing argument. However, you just tell me that I shouldn't think it. And one of the big ones I get told, well, as a black man, you shouldn't. Hold on, bruh. Yes, I'm a black man. Does that mean that I'm supposed to just follow suit and follow whatever dogma I'm being taught? Think for yourself. My parents don't always agree. My siblings and I don't always agree. My friends and I don't always agree. That's the beauty of free thought. It allows you to think. I never ask anyone to agree with my position or take my position. What I do ask is if you have a different opinion or a different view of what I'm saying, you're able to articulate it. You're able to sit there and rationalize why you feel the way you do and express it. Feel free, leave a comment, like and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Let's see what this movement can become. Enjoy your weekend. Corporal Randall,